Now see, IaaS is also known as HaaS, that is hardware as a service. Okay. Now it is one of the layer of cloud computing platform. Okay. And it allows customers to outsource their IT infrastructure such as servers, networking, processing, storage, virtual machines, and other resources. Okay. What do you mean by infrastructure? Infrastructure means physical devices, physical layout. Okay. So what are the computer infrastructure? So computer infrastructure contains like CPU, then networking devices, servers, processing, storage, and virtual machine, etc. Okay, and other resources. Okay, so we can say that these are the infrastructure of computer. Okay, so customer access those resources on the internet using as pay as per use model. Okay, means these all resources are available like a service over the internet. So different cloud customer can share those resources through the internet as per their demand, and as per the customer use those resources, they have to pay charges. Okay, means like electricity, how much you use electricity you will have to pay, okay, per unit. Like that, depend upon the uses of those resources, we have to pay bill. Okay, now so the infrastructure means hardware devices are virtualized and then accessed over the internet. Okay, so now see, means what? Means renting. Here renting is implemented. We take resources on a rent. So the IaaS cloud computing platform layer eliminates the need for every organization to maintain the IT infrastructure. Okay, means what? That the infrastructure, whatever infrastructure is we are accessing from cloud is virtualized. Okay, so the provider of ISP will give us the provider of ISP the main advantage of using IaaS is that it helps user to avoid the cost and complexity of purchasing and managing the physical servers. Here user does not require to manage the physical resources. Okay, it is the main advantage of IaaS. So we'll see some characteristics of IaaS. First characteristics is that resources are available as a service, as we have seen. Then services are highly scalable. Okay, then it is dynamic and flexible, and we can access the IaaS services through GUI and API based access available, and automative administrative tasks. Okay, the infrastructure service provider will manages and administrate the resources, whatever service he providing, he manage all the things related to it. So user does not require to do anything. Okay, so we'll see the next. So IaaS service provider provides the following services. The first service is compute. Okay, so compute. So compute, as I told you earlier, this compute. The compute provide virtual CPUs and virtual central processing units and virtual main memory for the virtual machine. Okay, means what? As I explained earlier, that hypervisor is there. Okay, it is a abstraction layer. So through on which the multiple VMs can be created. Okay, upon the computer hardware by virtualization. Okay, so this compute service provides multiple virtual CPUs and virtual main memory for the VMS, that is virtual machine, that is provisional to the end users. Okay, means for the end users it provides multiple virtual machines through virtualizing the CPUs and main memory. Okay, now second component is storage. So IaaS provider provides backend storage for storing file. Okay, infrastructure as a service. So storage is also infrastructure. So storage facility is provided by the IaaS. Then third, network facility, network as a service. Network facility is also provided by IaaS, and various networking devices, virtualized networking devices services are provided, like virtualization of routers, CPU, and bridges. Okay, for the VMS, that is virtual machine. Then load balancer. Okay, now see, we all the processing is happened through the internet only, so the load balancers are required. Okay, so IaaS provides load balancing capability at the infrastructure layer. Okay, it also provides the balancing capability at the infrastructure. Okay, so these all four services are provided by the IaaS provider: compute, storage, network, and load balancer. So next, here are some advantages of IaaS. The first is shared infrastructure. As we have seen, multiple users share same physical infrastructure by virtualizing it. Okay, now see here, again here, upon one hardware hypervisor, that high abstraction layer is there, and depend and on the hypervisor the multiple virtual machines are created. Okay, so the both virtual machines sharing the same hardware. Okay, so this is achieved through IaaS. Okay, shared infrastructure. Then web access to the resources, we can access those resources over internet. Okay, then pay per use model, as per our uses we have to pay. How much we use the resource, that much we have to pay only. Okay, like electricity. Then fourth advantage is that IaaS focus on core business. Okay, it in rather than in IT infrastructure, it focus on organization's core business. Then on-demand scalability. Okay, it is the one of the biggest advantage of IaaS. So here, maintenance of software is done by the service provider. Okay, customer don't require to upgrade the software and troubleshoot issues related to the hardware component. Okay, all will be managed by this service provider. Okay, this is the advantage of IaaS. There are some disadvantages of also there. Security is one of the big issue in IaaS. Okay, then maintenance and upgrade is also one of the disadvantage of IaaS. So no, most of the IaaS provider are not able to provide 100% security, and actually maintenance and upgrade is done by the IaaS provider. Okay, but for some organization they does not able to provide this facility. Okay, then interoperatively issues. The suppose we want to migrate one VM, that is one virtual machine, from one IaaS provider to the other IaaS provider. Okay, then vendor lock-in problem can be faced by the IaaS provider customers. Okay, so these are the disadvantage. Now some IaaS providers are there. Amazon Web Service. Okay, Amazon Web Service. Then second NetMagic. Then Rackspace, Reliance Communication. Then SIFI. Then Tata Communication. Okay, Amazon Web Services provides cloud EC2, MapReduce, virtual private cloud, etc. Then NetMagic, they have their own cloud having name NetMagic IaaS Cloud. Then Rackspace having cloud servers, cloud files, and cloud sites, etc. Then Reliance Communication have their own internet data center. Then SIFI have their own IaaS. Then Tata Communication have Insta Compute. Okay, Insta Compute IaaS solution for the IaaS. Okay, so these are the IaaS providers. Now the next service model is platform as a service, that is PaaS. So in PaaS, the platform as a service. Okay, so first we'll see what is mean by platform as a service actually. Now see, PaaS provides a runtime environment. Okay, it allows programmer to easily create, test, run, and deploy web applications. Okay, means it provides us an online platform to develop our project. Okay, so we can purchase those applications from cloud service provider on the pay-per-use method. Okay, and we can access them as per access them using the internet connection. Okay, now see, PaaS means platform as a service. Okay, so we can create some application, we can deploy that application over the internet. Okay, the all environment is provided by the PaaS provider. Okay, now see, in PaaS, backend scalability is managed by the cloud service provider. Okay, now see, PaaS also includes the infrastructure. Okay, like storage, servers, and networking, and platforms like middleware, development tool, database management system, business intelligence, and more to support the web's application lifecycle. Okay, means it contains infrastructure as well as platforms. Okay, platform like middleware, development tools, then DBMS system, then BI, business intelligence, and more. Okay, now see, example of PaaS is Google App Engine. Okay, now and then Azure. Okay, so PaaS provider provides us the programming languages, application frameworks, databases, and other tools also. Okay, now see, programming languages. So it provides various programming languages for developers to develop the applications. Okay, So the different languages are Java, PHP, Ruby, Perl, and Go. These all languages are provided by the PaaS to develop applications. Okay. Now see second, application framework. So application frameworks are also provided by the PaaS provider. So the frameworks like Node.js, then Drupal, Joomla, WordPress, Spring, Play, Rack, and Chained. Like this, like frameworks are provided by the PaaS provider. Then databases. So it also provides databases like MongoDB, Redis, ClearDB, okay, to communicate with the application. Then it provides other tools like there are various tools required to test, develop, and deploy the applications. So these tools are also provided by the PaaS provider. Okay, so PaaS provides these four services like programming languages to develop the application framework like Drupal, WordPress, etc. Then it provides databases to store the data like MongoDB, and then other tools, okay, to test and deploy the application. So next, the advantages of PaaS. There are some advantage of PaaS. Simplified development, okay. So simplified development, so with here developer need not required to worry about infrastructure, okay. So developer can focus on his work only development, okay. He does not require to focus on infrastructure, okay. Then here low risk is there, okay. Here developer only need internet connection and one single piece. He don't need required to install any software or anything, okay. Now see, now see some advantages of PaaS. So here developers can focus only on their development, okay. They did not require to focus on existing or worry about the infrastructure management, okay. Then second advantage of PaaS is that here developer required only one PC and internet, okay, internet connection to start the building the application, okay. So all the platforms, then environment, then infrastructure is provided by PaaS. So there is a no need to no need to think about the infrastructure and all. So they only need required only one PC and internet connection to start to be build the application, okay. So the third advantage is pre-built business functionality, okay. So already defined business functionality is there, okay. So that's why users does not require to build anything from scratch, okay. Means what, already some business functionalities are defined by the PaaS providers, okay. So that's why the developer need not require to develop from scratch, okay. So they can directly start the project, okay. Now see the next advantage is instant community, okay. Now see the PaaS vendor provides the online communities, okay, developer community, okay, where the developer can get ideas to share experiences and seek advice from others. One of the best example of it is Stack Flow, okay, Stack Overflow. Stack Overflow is a site where it is a community where the where we can get help while we are developing any application. Okay. Then second advantage, then the next advantage is scalability. Okay. So applications can be scaled from one user to thousand of user without change to the application. There is a no limitation that how much user can use the application. Okay. It provides scalability because the applications are delivered through internet. That's why the PaaS provides scalability to the users. Okay. Now here are some disadvantages. Vendor lock-in. So here developers have to write the program according to the platform which is provided by the PaaS provider. Okay. So migration of an application from another PaaS environment is difficult because it is written using the another vendor's platform. Okay. Then data privacy. So here corporate data, the data should be critical or not. Okay. Will be private. Okay. But the data is not located within a walls of company because we are a company using cloud. So there is a risk in terms of privacy of data. Okay. Then third disadvantage is that integration with the rest of the system and application. Okay. So sometimes some application are local and some application are on cloud. Okay. So there is a chances to mixing the data. The data we are using at local application, we can use that data on a cloud, and the data we are using on a cloud, we can use that data for a local application. Okay. So there is a difficulty for data separation. So here different PaaS providers. So the first PaaS provider is Google App Engine. Okay. So Google App Engine provides app identity, URL fetch, then cloud storage client library, and log services. Okay. Then second, Salesforce.com. It provides faster implementation, rapid scalability, customer relationship management services, then Sales Cloud and mobile connectivity and chatter. Okay. Then Windows Azure. It provides data storage, compute, and security and IoT. IoT is the Internet of Things. Okay. Then AppHog. AppHog provides justcloud.com, SkyDrive, and Google Docs. Okay. Then OpenShift. It provides Red Hat and Microsoft Azure. Okay. Microsoft Azure is an online database. Okay. Then Cloud Foundry from VMware. Okay. It provides data, messaging, and other services. Okay. These are the different PaaS providers. Now, this is about PaaS, platform as a service. Using platform as a service, we can deploy the application over the cloud. We can build, run, test the application over cloud. So for that, user did not require to install any software, any environment on his PC. He just required one single PC and internet connection through which he can able to develop any kind of application, web application, using popular programming languages like Java. Then it can provide the PaaS provide infrastructure as well as platform, so that as well as storage as well as databases also. So we can easily develop application using PaaS. Okay. So the next is SaaS, that is software as a service. Okay. So this is the third and last model of cloud service. Then software as a service provides the following services. Okay. The first service is business services. Okay. So business service, document service, mail service, and social networks are provided by the SaaS. Now, software as a service means what? So it also known as on-demand software. Okay, whenever user needs software, that time the SaaS provider provides the services. So it is a software distribution model in which services are hosted by CSP, that is cloud service provider. Okay, so these services are available to end user over the internet. So the end user do not need to install any software on their devices to access these services. Okay, so see, here software are provided by the cloud. Okay, so the end users does not require to install any kind of software. Okay, they can use any software online. Okay, the best example of it is Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, Excel, then Google Drive. All are the SaaS. Okay, software as a service. Okay, we can use different kinds of software online. Okay, now see, software as a service provides the different kinds of services. The first service is business service. Okay, so the SaaS provides different kinds of business services to start up the business. Okay, the SaaS business services are ERP, that is enterprise resource planning, CRM, customer relationship management, then billing and sales. Okay, then second, document management. Okay, so the SaaS document management, it's a software application. Okay, and it is offered by third party SaaS providers to create, manage, and track electronic document. Okay, document management is provided by the SaaS and it is offered by a third party. Then its example is Slack, same page, Box. Okay, now social networks. So the social network sites are used by general public. Okay, there are different social networking sites like Facebook, Google, Twitter, etc. So Facebook, Google. So social network providers, social network service provider uses this technology SaaS for their convenience and handle the general public's information. Okay, now mail service. Okay, to handle the unpredictable number of users and load an email services, many email provider offering their service using a SaaS. Okay, so there are no limit to users of mail services. So that's why mail service provider also uses SaaS for providing services, for providing mail services. Okay, now see some advantages of SaaS. SaaS is easy to buy. Okay, as SaaS is easy to buy because it is based on monthly fee or annual fee, and it is affordable by many users. Okay, so that's why this SaaS is easy to buy. Okay, then one to many. This is the second advantage. So the SaaS services are offered as a one to many, means single instance of application is shared by multiple users. It is called as multi-tenant also. Multiple users can share the single instance. That's why it is having one to many relationship. Then the next advantage is less hardware required for SaaS. Now see, so SaaS, software as a service, so we are using software online. Okay, so the setup we required, no, we don't require to install any kind of software over local PC. So We don't require to invest on additional hardware. Okay, whatever hardware is required by the software is managed by this service provider. Okay, low maintenance is required for a SaaS. Okay, so see, software we are using software as online. Okay, online softwares we are using. That's why we don't need to install that software, we don't need to set up that software, and we don't need to maintain that software for the organization. Okay, only the initial setup cost is required for SaaS. Okay, and which is very less as compared to the enterprises software, because we required license copy of that software. Okay, so low maintenance cost is required for SaaS. Okay, now the next advantage is no special software or hardware versions are required. Okay, so now see, we are accessing the SaaS services using the web browser. Okay, we just required internet connection and one single PC. Okay, so we did not require to purchase the software, or we did not require to manage any kind of or maintain any kind of software or hardware. Okay, then the next advantage of SaaS is that multi-device support. Okay, so we can access the software services, online software services, by using any device like mobile phone, tablet, PCs, laptop, or thin clients. Okay, now the next advantage is API integration. Okay, we can easily integrate the software services with the standard APIs. Okay, then no client side installation. Okay, so by using internet connection we are accessing that software, so we don't need to require any kind of software installation. Okay, so this is about disadvantages of SaaS. Now some disadvantage of SaaS is there. First is a security issue. Okay, so data is stored on a cloud, so security is the issue, we can lose that data also. Then latency issue. Now see, data and application are stored on a cloud. Okay, so there will be greater latency while interacting with the application compared to local deployment. Okay, because of internet connection speed is very major issue in this SaaS. Okay, because if the application and data is stored locally, then it always faster than cloud. Okay, because the application and data both are stored on a cloud in case of SaaS, so accessing that data will require more time as compared to local machine. Okay, the next disadvantage is the dependency on the internet. If our internet connection is strong, then we can use the SaaS. If we don't have internet connection, we cannot use the SaaS services. So switching between the SaaS vendors is difficult. Okay, now see, transferring very large files over the internet is required when we are switching between the SaaS vendors, and this task will be very slow because the files are large. So that's why it is very difficult to convert from one SaaS provider to another SaaS provider. Okay, so these all are the disadvantage of SaaS. Now see here, different popular SaaS providers are there. So first SaaS provider is First SaaS provider is Salesforce.com. It provides on-demand CRM solution, that is customer relationship management solution. Then Microsoft Office 365. It provides online office suite like Excel sheet, etc., etc. Then third, Google Apps. Okay, Google Apps are Gmail, Google Calendar, Docs, and Site. Okay, GoToMeeting provides online meeting and video conferencing software. Then Constant Contact provides email marketing, online survey, and event marketing. Okay. Then Oracle CRM provides CRM application, CRM related application. And Workday ENC provides human capital management and payroll and financial management systems. Okay. So these are the popular SaaS providers. I think out of this Google Apps, you all of you familiar with this Google Apps and GoToMeetings. Okay. So this is about SaaS. Now here some advantages of cloud computing. Okay, so we'll see the advantages one by one.